All right. Hey everyone, welcome to the Harbor Community Meeting. So it's been a while since our last one. We skipped the previous meeting because of the national holiday in China. So today the agenda is going to be, we'll share a couple things that we're working on for the upcoming 2.2 release. So first, our maintainer Wang Yan will talk about our new system level robot accounts that people have been asking for a really long time. And then our other maintainer, Daniel and Jiang, will talk about our plans to support a specially privileged admin group when deploying with OIDC auth. So take it away, Wang Yan.
Okay, thanks, Alex. Let me share my screen. Yeah, in Harbor 2.2, we want to do an enhancement about the rubber count. So today, let me give you a brief introduction about that. Why do we want to have a enhancement about the rubber count? The requirements are from the community. The key the key feedbacks are there's two issues. There are it needs the robot has the ability to access multiple projects. Another one is allow additional scopes to be provided to the robot class. So basis on the above requirements, we want to have a robot version 2. So in the robot version 2, we will have a system level robot account and the new credential mechanism, which can like let admin to edit the access scope. So the main stories are as a system admin, he can create a system level robot account and with the selected projects and the access scope of each project. And also the system admin can edit the a project on also the edit the project access scope. And also the system admin can view and specify the secret of a web account. So this is our the main stories. To achieve these stories, we need to redesign the web account. So the main points are deprecate the GWT token. And since everything about the RubberCon is encapsulated into the GW token, and the GW token cannot be added. So we decided to use the secret instead. And meanwhile, store all the information of a RubberCon into the database. Following on the DB schema chain and also the API design. We will introduce a new entry to handle the system level RubberCon CRUD, like create a new system level RubberCon on the update the permissions of a RubberCon. Also update the secret of a RubberCon. So these are the API designs. And for the authentications, it needs another authenticator to handle the new mod RubberCon behind the existing robot authenticator. So in the picture, you can see the robot version 2 authenticator. Both of them will generate the robot security contact. And then the RBAC controller will consume the security contact to control the commission. So this is the whole auth process. And we will add a new one that called the robot 2 authenticator into the auth process. And another hot topic in the community about the RubberCon is the prefix. And lots of user complain like they have to escape the dollar uh, character in their shell script.
Yep,
So
that's a big problem.
yeah, so then Harbor will give the ability to let user to define their own prefix.
Hmm.
But here user need to aware that the self-defined prefix may have name confliction with the Harbor user. But we will have the ability to use it.
So if I
Um,
use, sorry to interrupt. So if I want to use a special character like a plus sign, right? Um, I can just set that in my YAML, right? The
yeah, yeah.
values.yaml. And
Uh,
then
yeah, yeah.
can I create a
Harbor, yeah.
username with a plus sign within?
You will get the a prefix added into the rubber name, rubber account name.
I don't think you can create a username with plus sign. And by
Right,
the
right.
way, if we set that in YAML, we need to be careful because there are certain escaping rules in YAML. For example, if you use a sharp sign, the YAML parser will think it's a comment.
So whatever I put in as my special character, that's going to be disallowed from input, right, for the username.
It
No,
depends on your decision. You
right,
just
right,
no.
Okay.
But user has to aware that the name confliction with how to use.
correct.
Mm, so here is the very basic UI markup to help you to understand the general idea of this proposal. So when system admin to create a new system level rubber can, it can specify the projects that the rubber can access and also the scope of the project.
I mean, it
But
won't necessarily look like this, right? But the
yeah,
key takeaway is that
yeah,
when you create it, you can specify the projects and the API access, right? And also when you edit, it'll look like this as well.
yeah, yeah. Right. So for the UX, we will provide more details about the UI design. But here is just a general idea to show the in the proposal.
Right. And, we also discussed there would be another um, system level robot account where, I don't know what the UX looks like, but if you had um, chosen that, it would basically, like for any subsequent projects created, it would also be usable for that robot account, right? So you don't have to manually add in new projects into that robot's scope.
Mm,
Like what I mean is, it would be a system robot account where you don't have to, every time you create a new project, you don't have to select that project.
yeah, yeah.
It'll be
We do have
automatically
a
scoped.
option. We do
Mhm.
have an option for the system admin to the Replicon will cover all the projects. So like a star or something else
Right,
to
right. Star. Yep.
Mhm.
see.
Yeah, this is a really important feature. A lot of people have been asking for this.
Yeah. So this is the proposal of the web account enhancement, but it's now the in the final phase. So if you guys have any comments, you just feel free to add your comment in the proposal PR. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, and just a quick thought. I'm thinking the UI may be metadata driven because yeah, we need to set the same set of permissions in both backend and UI.
yeah, yeah. It should be the metadata driven, but
Mhm.
the scope is predefined and it's hard coded in somewhere like UI or source code. I don't know,
Yeah.
but but we do not support the user to customize the access scope.
Correct.
Hey, Alex, that's all from me.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Daniel, do you want to share the admin group for OIDC?
Yeah. Let's see my screen.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm using a patched environment because the code is still under review. Hopefully, it will be merged into master in another couple of days. So the reason we are adding the admin group for OIDC is that, I mean, some user asked for it. They want the similar admin group mechanism as in the LDAP authentication mode. So such that the user privilege of administration in Harbor can be controlled in the ID provider. And the system admin does not need to assign the admin role one by one once the user is onboarded to Harbor. He just need to add the user into this admin group in his ID provider. And when the user is onboarded or authenticated, he will automatically have the admin privilege. And so in this OIDC configuration page, you'll see here is another attribute is the OIDC admin group. So the admin can set one group name here, whose member will have the admin privilege when he's authenticated in Harbor. Here we name it group 1, and I'm using this Keycloak ID provider, but this is not related to the kind of the OIDC provider because the mechanism is the same. Now let's look at the settings in Keycloak. There are two groups I created, and the group 1 we have user 001. But just keep this in mind because I'm gonna demo using this user only. So if I log out and log in as user 001, yeah, he used to be onboarded before, so the name is 001_user, and you can see after he's logged in, he has this admin privilege to, such as create the replication policies and manage all the users and groups and etc. And similarly, at the CLI level, if we copy the CLI secret and use this user to log in. Okay, logged in. I can. Oh no. Let me push something to library. I can push the library because using the user 001 because he has this admin privilege, so he doesn't need to be a member of this project to push image. Okay, now if I log out and log back as the default admin user and reset the OIDC setting, if I set it to group 2, save the setting, and give me a second. Let me log out from Keycloak. And if I log out and log in again using the user 001. You can see that he's now a normal user. And without having to Docker login again, he lost the admin privilege. If we do the push, you see that there is another right arrow. So
that special group is a system admin group, right?
Right. The group 1 is the system admin group. And the reason that user 001 does not have the admin privilege anymore is because its configuration is changed. So we don't need to do anything else. Just to demo that this setting change is reflected immediately. I mean, under the hood, we use this ID token as a single source of truth. And because in the ID token, it contains this member info that user 001 is a member of group 1. So each time he does the authentication, we will check if he is a member of this admin group according to the setting. So once he's no longer in the admin group as set in the OIDC setting, he lost all the privileges. That's all I want to show today. And I think after this is merged, I'm going to close the issue and yeah, deliver this into that too as we plan. That's all.
Alrighty. It's very straightforward, but yeah, I think it's really nice to have that. So we have, feature parity with when it's deployed with LDAP. So that, I mean, just to make it clear, you can only set one group, right? Not multiple groups as that system admin, as that special group, right? Okay. That's all I had planned for today. We plan on delivering both of these in 2.2. The designs that we just went over are in the community repo. So if anyone has any questions or want to contribute, feel free to make some comments to the PRs. Is there anything else that you guys want to share or ask questions about? If not, we can give 10 minutes back to everyone and end here.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you all.
All right. Thanks everyone for attending. Bye-bye.
Bye.